All right, so this is the massive haul that I've been waiting for to start the cab wiring video. Hi, I'm Alex, and welcome back to another vlog day. So what we have here is a bunch of stuff. So like this, I've been missing some tools. I upgraded some tools. So this is a name brand wire stripper and crimper. Has crimpers on the bottom. So definitely going to be doing plenty of that in this video. Got those. These right here, these are nifty little things. I saw these and I had to buy them right away. So it has a sticky back and it allows you to like hold wiring, or in my case, I'm gonna do some wire loom here. And I'm gonna take some zip ties that I got. I've been lacking some zip ties in the shop. So I got, a cheap assortment of little, big, small, tiny, massive. So I got assortment in there. So I needed some of those. And this allows you to stick this to, in our case, it'll be the inside of the cab. You put that there and then you will zip tie the loom on. So I saw those and I was like, well, let's try these out. They got 3M back, so I trust the adhesive on it. So we'll try these out. It'll definitely neaten up the wiring in the cab. So I got those. This should look familiar. On my last cab video I did wiring up a cab. I got the same one, got the 8-pack. Last time I got the 12-pack, really didn't need them. So I got the 8-pack because there's gonna be 2 on each side, so make it 8. Got some electrical tape. I was lacking some, and I think I'm going to be using a lot on this process. So I also got connectors here. So these will be connectors to connect everything. One downfall on my last cab is that I wired these lights and the spotlights that I have. I wired them directly to the harness. So in this case, I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to put connectors on every single light that goes in there because I want to make sure, like, if something burns out, you can just unplug it and plug a new one. So yeah, I didn't order enough, so I'm gonna chew through these really quick. And I'm just chewing through these ones, those little connectors right here. So those I'm gonna be chewing through. There's only 15 each. I think I need at least 20 on this project. So I might have to order another kit or go to my local store and get away with another one. So I'll be ordering another big kit. Another thing I was slacking on is some heat shrink tubing. This time I got red and black. And again, assortment. So you see little, big, fat, thick, tiny, small. So I got a nice assortment there. I think I got way too much, but I do a lot of projects, so I'm sure I'll use them eventually. Over here, I really went all out on this and got some Deutsch connectors. I got the kit with the tools and everything in it, and a bunch of assortment of fittings, or not fittings, but plugs. So you build your own there. It's the Deutsch connector style. And yeah, I just went with this kit for now. I'm not gonna need hardly any. I think I'm gonna need like 2 or 3. So again, like I said, I'm gonna be making a harness. So I wanted some nice waterproof connectors there, or at least better than these, right? So yeah, I went with that, tried that out. Those are, I'm gonna try them out, see if I like them or not. And it comes with the 2 tools you definitely need when making your connectors. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I do want a nice Deutsch connector to go into each switch panel and be in there, and it'll be nice. So I definitely wanted to go with that. So we're gonna try that out. I know a lot of people will use them and get like the really nice kits, and I just wanted to try out this cheap kit for now. So got that. And then over here, I got 2 switch panels. So I have a 5 rocker switch. Again, you know how I like to do it. This is gonna be our front light, rear lights, our blinker safety lights. This is going to be a dome light, and then obviously a extra switch, because you always want to grow into your stuff. I'm sure I had a use for it, but maybe in the future we could replace this with a momentary switch, or keep it like that and, you know, hook up a windshield wiper motor. That would be pretty cool. So again, I like to have an extra switch. I don't like to fill the whole panel, so have that. Then I have a 2-gain or 2-rocker switch panel. Look how cute this one is. It's so tiny compared to that one, but this one's going to be for our attachments. So with that, I could have just bought this rear panel, but I just bought it complete. And then I also bought these momentary switches. So how this is going to work is pretty simple. You just replace these, and these are nice. These are printed on. So this will be your winch in and out. So I got a nice winch over there, and that's going to control the chute. So you need it to be an on, off, on momentary. So it's not a rocker, so it goes back. So this is on, off, on momentary. So that'll be for our winch in and out. So in will either be left or right, and then out will be the opposite of what in is. And then this is for our linear actuator. I always forget what that thing's called. So it's a linear actuator. So this will be the control for that. Obviously I went with the Aero style, up and down, because I'm going to use this linear actuator. I just needed a little one, and that will be for the in and out on that. So it'll be shoot up, shoot down. So it spits the snow up and then spits the snow down. So yeah, that will be that. That's again an on, off, on momentary switch. Again, they both come with all the wiring like you see in the back of these panels. This is the same brand all right here. This is Nilight, I think. But yeah, it comes with all the wiring. These come with all the wiring. So again, these are wired so that you put your ground on your ground, your positive on your positive, and then you put your incoming power wire from your lights onto here, and it will be all set up. So very nice company. Got them last time, was very impressed, so I went with them again. And then again, I went with their same exact lights, NI lights, just like the ones I had on my SS18. Same one, except they make a 4-pack now. So, and then these are the grommets for the wiring when it goes into the cab. So it keeps it waterproof. I got 200 feet of wiring, 100-foot black and 100-foot red. I wanted to go legit this time. I think I just did all red last time, so I want it to be color coded, as well as with the heat shrink tubing. Didn't have a heat gun, always wanted a heat gun, so I went out and got the cheapest one I could get. Got that. Here's our winch for our control there. Again, I don't know if that will be in this video. This is the linear actuator right here that will go on right here, and do in and out on that. Don't know if that will be in this video or not. Maybe it's dedicated own video. And then I didn't have a real solder station, so this comes with alligator clips to hold your stuff, an actual like sponge and pad to wipe the tip of your soldering iron, and then a roller for solder. So yeah, I got a legit station and a table here so that I could wire and solder the wire together. Also got loom, keep everything waterproof and watertight. And then that's just for the plow project. It's just some cutting edge bolts, welding wire, and that's the battery kill switch I haven't done yet. So yeah, that's everything. That's yeah, been waiting for this stuff for a little bit now, and I'm excited that it's all in now and we can get straight to work on here. So yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So it's gonna be a little different than the last one. I mounted I mounted the blinker lights, the flashers, and then I mounted those and I wired it all together. So that was good if it was temporary, I guess, but if like that burns out or one of these burns out, you're gonna have to like desolder or cut wires, and I don't wanna do that. So I wanna do a wiring harness inside the cab, and then I want these to be plug into the wiring harness. So if something burns out or something, you can unplug it. So that's kind of the huge thing. Also, I'm going to design and 3D print a back housing for these switch panels. So it's all exposed wiring. So what I'm gonna do is gonna measure what I need, and I'm gonna 3D print a nice back housing for this to slip into. and I'm probably gonna have it at a 45-degree angle down or 30-degree or something, and I'll design it so it fits nice. And this will be right in the top corner at an angle, and we'll 3D print something to mount this to and have it in there. And then same thing with this one. We'll 3D print a back housing for this one as well, except the difference is it's going to be down here, and it's probably going to be some sort of angle facing up. So yeah, we're going to really get technical in this video, and I'm going to find a software to make something, unless there's a print file available and I can just 3D print it right away. Probably not, so I'm going to have to draw something up, design something in a software, 3D print a few versions until it's perfect, and then 3D print the final version. And yeah, we'll have it mounted up here and have a legit 3D printed case for the back here, and we'll make it so it screws right in. I'm excited, looking forward to that. That'll be really cool. So yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too. And by the end of this video, we'll hopefully have a wired up cab, and then maybe a next video on something like that. So I'll have to design a wiring harness for the implement tractor, make some sort of plug and play, whether that's with the Deutsch connectors or with like a nice bulkhead connector or some Fisher plow kind of connector, something waterproof, because it's going to see a lot of abuse right there. So yeah, we'll wire up the switch panel to a wiring harness, and then a wiring harness to something on there. So yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully these aren't overkill electrically. I'm not going to be using like rotating it every swipe. It'll be rotated once and that'll be it. So, but if I have to get a beefier battery, then I will if I have to. So yeah, hopefully that will run it no problem. That was like the smallest, cheapest one I could find. So that was kind of the deal there. So yeah, let's get straight into this video. Start doing some prep. Like, we got to remove all the old wiring and lights that the previous owner had, and start prepping all this stuff to get on there, kind of come up with a plan and go from there. All right, real quick before we get too deep into this video, I want to tackle this real quick, but I am replacing these mirrors. So after adjusting them and getting finicky and everything, I was backing up, getting close to what I thought was getting close to my vehicle over there, and I would stop, like, ooh, getting too close, and then I would stop, and then I would look behind me, not in the mirror, but turn my head, and I got like 15 feet left to go, but in the mirror it looks like I'm about to hit my car. So I got some mirrors here. Again, I work at a semi dealership, if you don't know. So these are mirrors that when you're in a semi truck, they kind of go like right here, so you can see down and see the cars that are coming by you. So these actually would work perfect right here. So I think I'm gonna go from mounting them here to here. So yeah, I think that's the course of action. Hopefully I can see it, because these were kind of stuck out, but we're gonna figure that out right now. I'm gonna unbolt these, and then I'm gonna tape these to the side first to make sure that they will work. Or I might have to adapt some of these, long adapters. But I think how the bracket is, it will mount right here just fine. And they're kind of like a spot mirror. So these are like not that. So I'll be able to see like everything, and that's kind of what I want, and be able to see a general behind me, and not kind of like this is like a spot. Like this is, like you can look at like. I don't know, it zooms things in. I don't like that. So I want to see a lot. So let's do this real quick and see how it will work. All right, so this is what I have. So much better, I'm thinking. So let's see. Let me take the hardware off and tape this thing up and see if we'll be able to see the mirror or not. All right, so yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. See how you can see so much more? So in a semi-truck, where this would normally be is up here. So you would be able to see down and see, and then you'd have your normal mirror here. So I'm hoping I can just put this like right here, and I can see from in there. No way of knowing until we do it. So let's see if some tape will hold this temporary. gonna just roughly put it where it was, where the other one was. Well, it's not very square, but yeah, I think that will hold it. And yeah, I think that. Can you see that? Yeah. Maybe paint that black, but let's see. Let's see if the door even clears it. No. So I have to loosen that up real quick. There we go. That clears. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's no problem. If it was square though, I'll have it on there very square. There we go. That'd be nice. If I could go in a little bit though. Oh yeah. That's perfect. That's just what I want. That's exactly how I wanted that. All right, let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So you get the idea. I'm gonna do that exact same thing on the other side. And to be honest with you, it probably looks better, huh? Yeah. What do you think? I'll definitely paint these backs black, but I'll give you kind of get an idea of what I'm trying to talk about here. So if you're looking at my perspective, look at that. You can't see anything, and that rack looks like it's 10 feet away. And then on this side, then you go on this side, and look what you can see. The rack is very far away, and you can see the whole side. So that's gonna be, look at that, that's way better. Like what you're seeing is what I'm seeing. So look at that. What one would you rather have? You know what I mean? That one's way better. And I like the square, or rectangle I should say. So that's what I was looking for, more of a spot. So, I mean, I can even see the oil pan that's right there. Like I can see it in the mirror. Like there's no way I'm gonna back up into something. So, especially with all the lights that I'm gonna have that you saw. So yeah, let's get, we gotta get the old wiring and everything out of here. All this old stuff and start putting in the new stuff, but I wanted to do that really quick, way better than these. So yeah, look at that. Like look how zoomed in. Zoomed in, and then over here, look, you can see everything and I'm far away. Like that's what I was looking for. Like look, you can see the back tire and everything. That one, I mean, no. I think you guys will agree. That was way better. So I'll get to doing the other side. I won't show that. And let's get to the real reason why we're in this video, why we're making it. So let's get into wiring this cap. All right, so let me show you at least doing one of these. I already got these ones done. So the process here is you get a bag in every one with a bunch of hardware. These are nice little bags. Make sure you keep these. These are nice. So you get 2 brackets. I got the 4-pack, so if you got the 2-pack, you would only have 2 brackets. So the process here is to mount it here. They give you an Allen wrench when you don't have them, but I realize it's for this. So each pack comes with one, so I got 2 of them now. So yeah, the bracket kind of goes on like this so that it can do that. I'm sure you could mount it the other way, but I don't know. It goes this way, that's how they tell you. I like to prep all my stuff, so you're gonna have 2 big guys here and that's going to be for your base. I like to do it this way, just because of how I'm mounting it. I'm sure you could put the nut here and do it the other way, but I like to do it this way. So they give you a washer and a lock washer for it, and then the nut over here for it. So, which is really nice. You know, they didn't have to do that, but they definitely did, which is awesome. But again, I don't know what way they tell you, to be honest with you, but that's just the way that I do it. Because of just the situation that I'm in, I like it done that way. So I can have the nut on the bottom and to go from there. So that's how I do it. And then I like to kind of prep all my stuff. So this takes 4 each. Light takes 4 of these. And again, they give you lock washers and normal washers. So I always like to put the lock washer on the outside. So like if there's a nut on this, I would like to put the lock washer on the nut side. In this case, it's getting threaded into the body here. So I'm putting it against the bolt side. So that's how I like to do it. I'm sure there's no right and wrong. I'm sure it's just whatever you think. And then I put on the washer here. Yeah, that's how that is done. I'm kind of showed you everything, and now I've been assembling all the things that require assembly, and then I'll start getting into the cab wiring here. But I'm just doing all my prep first right now, prepping everything. Broke out my heat gun. I don't know if you can see that in the background here. Yeah, so got the heat gun out here. That thing works great. I used a friend's heat gun before, and that thing was old, so it could, it needed some TLC. So, and then these are 3/8, so you just get your 3/8 wrench out, and I'm just snugging them up for now. I'm not sure where they're gonna go on the bracket, but I'm just putting it on just for now because I got to figure out where I want this, and then drill holes for it and mount it. And on my last cab, I put LED lights in for the running lights. In this mower, I'm not doing that on the FF. I'm keeping it the halogen style, so I'm not replacing them with LEDs. So these can face forward and be able to work great. So I want to be able to have that option. In the other one, I didn't really have that option. It wasn't really an option. I always had LED. I'm always blinding somebody. So in this one, I want to be able to turn off the LEDs and have a nice soft halogen, kind of like a 4K, 4500 to 5K light, and then have these 6000 to 6500 K lights on there. So I don't want to be able to blind. I want to have the ability to not blind people. So anyway, that's done. I'll move on to the next one here. And yeah, that's kind of the process that I go through on prepping these lights. So yeah, the next step is to, at least that I'll show you, is to get all the old stuff out of the cab and prep for the new stuff. So looks like they did pretty good work here. I'm seeing that they went through, used grommets and everything like I plan on doing. Looks like they got a zip tie, yeah, that screws on. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. All right, we get to see their wiring job. Let's see if they did better than we would, or if we're gonna do better than they would. So yeah, a butt connector, not liking that. Just 2 ends in, then you got another butt connector. Jeez. Yeah, we definitely can do better than that, huh? We got, yeah, just a butt connector here and here. Yeah, we got 4 butt connectors. Yeah, we can definitely do better than that. So I'm not worried about this wiring at all. So that's not the end of the world. So yeah, well, it looks like we got 2 bolts on here. I'm not sure what's holding it, but that looks like just like a lighter thing for your grill, like you spark your grill. That's all that seems like that is. And then yeah, we'll get the light on top off. Looks like it's held on with the factory. Looks like he just drilled it out so it's thicker, but he's using the factory bolts. There's 4 on the front here, 4 on the rear that hold this roof on, obviously with 4 holding on the sides as well. So yeah, we'll get the light off on the top here, get this bracket off on the top of here, and then when it comes to time to design a mount for the switch panel that I have in mind, we'll probably go off of these to hold it on. So yeah, we'll get this out. Yeah, we'll get this off. But again, it looks like this was quarter. This looks like 3/8 or something like that. So yeah, we'll get that out. That was easy. They did use grommets and stuff in there, just like what we're gonna use. So yeah, we might use the factory bolts here to mount our lights on. That would be nice, not to drill holes, but we'll see that in a second here. Let's get that light on the top off. All right, so we're up here at the top now, and this is our light here. Looks like it's held on from some Allens. So gotta figure that out. I'm gonna unbolt it from the bottom, and then we'll worry about how to get it off from the top here afterwards. But I'm seeing these here, and I'm not sure. What do you guys think? I think that's take those out, drill those out, and put those here. Oh yeah. Look at. All right, so much easier. So we have locations for that. Sweet. Yeah, that'll be okay. All right, maybe this will be easier. We don't have to drill any holes into the gab just for the blinky lights. That'll be much easier. So that'll be a cool idea. So let me do that. That'll be pretty sweet. So yeah, that looks like it was just one of those lighter things. All right, let me join you up here. Yeah, get that out. Get those unstuck, and then that can stay. So yeah, there we go. This looks like a cheap light, and that's what I'm talking about. This is like the other brands you can get. Like that's why I would go for the brand that I got, the Nilight. Like it gives you adjustability, but look how crappy they look. So that's just why I go for the brand I go for. So, but I'll keep this in the collection, and I'm just gonna thread those back on. Oh yeah, that's perfect. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we'll have the wiring go through there again. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm gonna do that all the way around and catch back up with you. All right, so the next step is to figure out where we're gonna put the wiring when it goes in. So also got to figure out where we're gonna put the blinky lights too. So this is where it starts to get a little technical. By the way, I got all 4 lights on. Forgot to mention that. Probably right here. So yeah, we might not be able to put the light panel there because that's where I wanted to put it, but we're gonna have that come through here, you know? So let me get a Sharpie. So roughly have it around here. And we'll have that come in right around here. Yeah. So, yeah, might have to figure out where we're gonna put the panel. Maybe the panel can still go there. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Make sure that there's no burrs on it. We don't want to cut this. There we go. Then we can stick our wiring through. And oh yeah, that's nice and tight. Let me cut that off. There we go. Look at that. Pretty professional, huh? Look at that. Very nice. Then on the inside, comes right in. Looks good. Let's do that 4 more times, or 3 more now. So that's pretty good. So we'll have enough spacing, and I'll measure that so they're all consistent all the way around. All right, so I got these all in there, all done. So I had to put, because the lead here is on one side. So this one I had to move over 6.5 inches for that light, and then that one I put 3/4 of an inch from there. And yeah, those will just be offset. Figured that I had to do that on this side too. So yeah, they're offset because just how the wiring is. So that's done. So I'm gonna start in the back here, I guess, just because it's easier and move the tractor out of the way. So let's do the blinky lights now. All right, so this is super easy to do. They give you these foam pads because the lights are made out of aluminum. So you can just put this to where you think it's right, where you want it, and then you can just take a Sharpie and trace them out. So I'm going to kind of figure out, probably keep them in line with these, to be honest with you. And yeah, and I'll mark out where I want them. So I am taking more time to do this properly. So kind of mark out something even. Maybe let's do 2 inches from there. No, maybe do 1.5 inches. Do 1.5 inches. Yeah, so we'll do 1.5 inches, and then maybe do them 1 inch down. Inch and a half, and then 2 inch and a half, and then 1 inch down. Yeah, that'll look good. All right. So there we go. That one's straight. That one's a little crooked. Oh well. But yeah, that's kind of the rear. That's pretty cool. So I'll get to the other 6 of them and catch up with you later. So just rinse and repeat kind of process. All right, you can't really see much, but I'm gonna do an update here. I got all the wires here shortened. They used to be like really long. Also got everything bolted up and it's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna start the wiring process here. I literally got, can't really see it very well, but yeah, I got all those shortened and ends all exposed. Got my heat shrink, got my heat gun, got the crimpers and strippers, heat gun, wiring, zip ties, and those thingies. So yeah, I am gonna try to put connectors on these, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I don't think these will go down. I mean, these are very thin, but I think those will work. But these are even more thin, so I don't know if I can get connectors on there. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna just have you sit here and I'll record as much as I can. Yeah, I'll record as much as I can and show you as much as I'm doing. There we go. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. So we're putting connectors on something that didn't have connectors. And then when we come to plug it up, each one will have its thing, and then we'll run a red to red to, let's say, yeah, no, red to red, then to red to red. So yeah, I'm just gonna put connectors on everything and then I'll update you from there. All right, so I haven't made a lot of progress since that clip, and there's reasons why. Now, I was explaining how I had everything around here and I just started messing up really bad. And yeah, a few of, failed attempts later, we're gonna get right back into it with a clear head. So let me turn this light on for you. But yeah, so I got connectors on there. I think I even got, connectors on this side. And I started wiring it up like all together. And obviously that is not what we wanted. We want the front 2 lights to be on their own circuit, and then we want the rear lights to be on their own, and then these can be wired all together. So I started messing up. So I ordered a whole nother couple rolls. I ended up ordering 4 more rolls of wire. Do I think I have enough right now? Yes, but I can see myself wiring these up and messing up again. So I got more, but I got 4 rolls. So I got a roll of red, black, blue, and yellow. So that will help with these, because what I didn't mention before, I think in a previous clip, I was telling you the usage for these switches. And I totally forgot, and the reason I totally forgot is because I couldn't locate another switch. So you know how in the 2 gang panel, I put two momentary rocker switches in. This one, I couldn't find a on-off momentary switch. I could only find an on-off-on momentary switch. So the first is going to be the front lights here. Second one's gonna be the rear lights. The third one's gonna be the blinky lights. The fourth one, I want to get a dome light. As you can see, that's my dome light right now. And the 5th one was gonna be our blinky light mode change. So if we take this out, this will look, sorry, two-handed here. So front lights, rear lights, blinky lights on, dome light that might not be used. And then this one right here needs to be a momentary switch, because the yellow wire here, so you have 3 wires. Let's see if we can get this closer for you. So we have 3 wires here, okay? So we have our red, which is our power wire, our black, which is our ground, and then our yellow is our light mode changer. So all you do is touch this yellow wire to red really quickly, just for a second, and it changes the flash pattern. So I believe this company, yeah, it says that they have 18 different patterns within this light. So what I want is this switch, and why I bought the 5-game panel is to replace this with an on-off momentary, so it does that really quickly. But they don't sell that, so maybe I can just buy another momentary switch, an on-off on, and just use the up function as the light change. So I'll look into doing that. So that's what this was, to change the mode. Because in the last cab that I have, the SS18, I wired it all together, and I put that yellow wire, I wired all these yellow wires together and ran it down to the panel, but I never attached it, never needed to change it. I like the one I left it on. So that's what that was for. This is just, I've been editing for the last 3 days of what I had so far. So yeah, I was like, oh crap, that's what that was supposed to be. And I started messing up. So I think I started wiring the cab and I was doing it wrong without realizing it. So yeah, I ripped it all out and was like, oh crap, that's not what I wanted to do. So how this is going to be done is that this and that light are going to be wire harnessed together and go down to the panel. The panel's down here now because we have so much clutter up there. So the panel will be down here in this corner. So that will be run like that. And then this side, same thing. This one will run to that one and then run over here down to the panel. And then that's going to be the one harness all shielded together. Then we're going to wire all these. So we're going to wire these two to those two to those two, and then these two over to those and down into the panel. So I'm gonna wait for the wire. That's gonna come in like a week. So yeah, this is where the weekly content that you guys have been seeing goes away because I made pretty big boo-boos. So I'm out of these connectors. Like I'm out of these. I don't know what you call them, but I'm out of them. So I bought just of these. I bought like 500 of them or something. So I bought an assortment of, because this kit over here has a bunch of like everything in it. I bought a dedicated just these with the same company. And I bought dedicated crimpers too. So these were not working very well. They work, I shouldn't say that. They worked great, but just getting dedicated crimpers for these connectors will be way better. So I ordered that tool, and that's why I don't want to go on with that. So here's my failed attempt number 2 here. Once I realized I knew what I was doing, and I still connected to the roll there, so I'm gonna have to cut that off. But yeah, it's just it's, you know, you live and you learn. You kind of just, I've never done this before, legitly. I kind of just, the old way I did it was I just soldered it from here and then soldered it onto that one and went down. These I'm dealing with connectors, and if you make the wire too short, it won't reach, and that's what I've been doing. So yeah, just been messing up. Luckily I've been getting all this stuff cheap. I mean, it was $40, it was $35 for these 2 rolls, which is 200 feet, which, I mean, at my local Napa or my local hardware store or whatever, it was going to be $25 for 15 feet, or $20 for 15 feet. So to get $40 and get 200 feet or $35, it was way worth it. So I got the 4-pack for $40. So for $5 more, I got 2 more spools. So they do it by foot. They do it like 10 cents a foot or 10 cents a pound or something. I don't know. But they don't charge you a roll. They charge you weight or whatever. So linear feet or whatever it is. I don't know. So I don't know. Correct me in the comments. But yeah, this thing has been sweet, by the way. Kind of control. So the solder station was well worth it. So heat gun working great. Everything's working great. It's just I'm not working great. So yeah, live and learn. But yeah, just everything's bolted on. Everything's where it should be. I'm just wiring it up, and yeah, so that's gonna once that's all wired up, loomed up, I will update you from there. So I'm not going to show you. I kind of gave you the game plan that I'm going to go. It's kind of boring watching someone wire, and so we're already pretty deep into this video, so I don't need to, I don't know. I feel like I don't need to show you, but I'm literally just going to make wires go down. So once we have the main harness down to here, that's when we'll start working on the switch panel here. Everything is in blue. I really wanted to do the red like I did last time, but everything's in blue because I could only get these switches. These are the momentary switches in this panel. I could only get these in blue. These momentary switches only came in blue. So yeah, I had to get it in blue. So yeah, these momentary switches came in blue, so I had to order everything in blue because, you know, I wanted it to match. So yeah, all blue. We'll see how it looks. I really like the red, and you know, red at night isn't very intrusive on the eyes. So we'll see what blue does in the light and not maybe, hopefully, blind us. But anyway, yeah, we'll deal with that later, and I'll go through the process of just wiring the whole cab off camera, and then after that we'll go figure out the switch panel, making a 3D printed back housing here. So we'll just have that slot into here, and obviously it will be facing up because it's going to be down here now, so we'll have it kind of facing up like that so it's not pointed down. So that will be a whole adventure on its own, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I just wanted to update you. I don't think I updated you very well on that, and yeah, this place is just a mess from doing the wiring, but everything that I bought so far is perfect. So what to expect next is I'm gonna have more wiring, so that will look better when it comes to these, and then yeah, getting more wiring, getting more connectors, and a tool dedicated to crimping that. I will show those when it comes in. But I need to take a breather off of this project because I just messed up twice, and I need to better think this out thoroughly. So I don't want to keep messing up. And as you can see, I already, you know, I had it all loomed up and ready, and then I started going back there, and I went to explain to you guys in a clip that I ended up deleting, and I went, oh wait, I want these to be on separate switches. So yeah, you know, it's been a while. So it's been almost a year since I've wired the other cab. So it was, you know, it was getting to me. So yeah, now I know what I'm doing here, and I will explain it better when it's done. So expect an update once that is done. Okay, you ready? Is it gonna work or it's not?
Yep, just turned on. Woo! Oh, hello. Move.
Yeah. Working now?
Yep, all four.
All right, you ready?
Ay, caramba.
Okay, back up.
God damn it.
Those both working?
Yep.
All right. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Both working?
Yep.
Good.
Alright.
All right, so as you see there, I got them all wired up, and I think this is the cleanest I will ever have them. Got them all coming down here, and then right now I'm gonna go figure out how a switch panel, I'm just gonna have it mount up to the hardware that's here. But yeah, look how clean it is. Very clean. So yeah, the only thing I gotta figure out is those blinking lights. They're all doing different patterns, which sucks because I didn't touch any of them. I wired them all up. I was hoping that they would stay the same, but I guess not. So we'll figure out that later. But yeah, look how clean it is. So very nice, very nice. I'll clean up all the zip tie ends and call it good there. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the switch panel back up to my room and you know, figure out designing a back housing here. So I will update you when that comes. All right, so I just wanted to do this quick update. So I'm in the process of 3D printing here. So got it going right now. I got a time lapse, so you'll see that. But this is what I wanted to show you right here. So this is going to be a prototype. So this is our first print that we're doing, and things will go wrong. I haven't had this 3D printer out in a long time. So, but yeah, I made this part right here. Again, it doesn't have any of the angles. So like right here, we're gonna have to angle it when we mount it because we don't want it straight on. So technically, this will fit in there. and that will bolt right onto here with how it is. So that is right there. So that's printing right now, and there's a lot that could go wrong with printing, as always. And so I got that time lapse going. So if the prototype actually prints out, and we'll see if my measurements will work on this thing. So yeah, the next thing that I show you will be taking this out of the 3D printer. So there it is right now going. And I got a time lapse of it going right now, and it's working. It's kind of hard to tell because there's blue painter's tape, and the filament that I'm printing it out on is also blue. So yeah, it's 3D printing right now. It's actually, you know, sticking and working really well right now. So yeah, you'll see that in the time lapse that I'll roll, and then eventually I will be 3D printing it out of this material right here. So this is kind of like a it's like a gray speck to it. It's actually really nice, and it's still in the bag, so this stuff isn't going to be brittle or anything, because this stuff's been sitting around for years. And when you have filament that you 3D print stuff with, it needs to be in a temperature controlled place, and it's very easy for this stuff to act very brittle. Like this is the stuff that's in there right now, and it just breaks apart. Actually, that wasn't a good example, but yeah, this stuff, okay, yeah, no, this stuff's pretty good. It's bending, it's not snapping. So yeah, maybe it does have a chance, but usually, like, if this stuff sits out in a spot, it just breaks in half. So it looks like none of this is good, so that's good. It's not a good example. Usually this stuff snaps pretty easy. So yeah, if it's not good filament, then it won't last, but it's working. So we'll have a I don't know how long this is. It didn't tell me. Let's see. So I have a flash. It's a Crater Pro Flash Forge. So this is, and then you just bring. So what I did is I made it on Shaper 3D. So then you just bring it in here, and it tells you everything. So I'm using, that's all my settings. I did a fast setting, so it would go through it quicker, so that, you know, it doesn't need to be perfect because it's the first one. So the software used to tell you how long it would take. Okay, right here, estimated time is 7 hours. So this is a 7.5 hour print. So I don't know, can you see that? Yeah. So, and then ested material. So I don't even know if I have enough filament on the back. I'm trying to just run out what I have. So I'm not sure if we'll have enough or anything, but, and then this shows you, you know, progress of it. Let's see, I don't know if I can get it to move over, but yeah, so it's not going to be solid, and that's good, especially for our first run. So that's kind of what it's going to look like right away. Right now it's on this stage, and then obviously, like, the final product that I have, it won't have the holes right here because I only need the holes for a little bit at the top. But yeah, then it will do this. I did a very thin bottom to it, and then it will come up like that. So yeah, I'll pretty much let it just do its thing. Like 3D printers, you can just let it do its thing. And there's not a lot of filament left on it right now, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Once it gets to this point, you know, this will pretty much tell me, like, if it only makes it to this point, a couple hours in with the amount of filament it has, then that's okay. It doesn't need to be all the way. But yeah, once it gets to a certain level, it'll be okay, because I know this is just a throwaway print anyway. But it will answer a lot of questions, like whether if my tolerances are good enough, and to see if this really will fit down in there. So that will go right over there. So we'll see if this will all fit in there, and maybe, you know, maybe I did it wrong. So, because I did it to the point where it left, like, that thickness is the thickness between here and there. So we'll see. Maybe I made it too thick. Who knows? So we'll figure that out later. So I'm just really happy that this is working. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So if this works out pretty well, and I can adapt this to, the tractors and stuff, then I'll probably invest into a new 3D printer with a larger printing base, because I'm sure this could be very useful in other applications. But yeah, it's working. So let's just jump to that time lapse and see how much we get done. All right, so it's the next morning, and so here it is. It kind of ripped the bottom off. It got stuck to the bottom of the printer there, so getting it to stick was no problem. But yeah, anyways, I got it in there, and look at that. This thing is literally perfect. So the blue filament failed as expected, and so yeah, but this works. I am actually going to rip the bottom completely off and break that off so I can see how much room is in here to make sure that there's plenty of room in here, because on version 2 we need to have the wiring from the cab go into here, and then that will feed, so the wiring coming in here will feed all these pins, and then once all the pins are in there, we need to have a port out here that will accept the Deutsch connector, and then that will go out to the tractor's key switch so that this panel can go live when you flip the lights on. I think that's how I'm gonna wire this up. But yeah, this fits so perfectly. I'm not gonna do anything different other than put holes in for wiring, and then obviously I'm gonna slope this so it's at an angle, so that when I attach this to the tractor, it will be angled up like this instead of down. But yeah, look at that. That turned out amazing. I think that works perfectly. So I'm gonna take a knife, cut this away to see what the inside looks like. I thought this clear filament would be more clear so I could see inside and see how much room we have. But that is just not the case. But yeah, I think the holes fit up perfectly too. Like you can see, the holes work perfect. In version 2, I'm not gonna put the holes in here at all. I'm not gonna have those at all because I don't know the depth of the screw and I don't know the hole size. So I'm just gonna pre-drill those later and just not have these holes in there at all. But yeah, that worked perfectly. So I like the wall thickness and everything. It seems robust and sturdy. Like even with this barely filled in, like I can barely squeeze that apart. So I'm not gonna change anything. So in version 2, I'm gonna see if there's enough room in here to be able to have wiring come in to each connector. And if that is the case, then yeah, I'll keep that the same. I'll cut this off, see, and then we'll make 2 ports on either side. So yeah, I'll come back with you after I come, so I'll come back and do an update when I have the new one modeled into the computer there. But yeah, that fits so perfectly. Like it is perfect. Like there's, it's just perfect. Worked out good. So yeah, I will update you on the computer after I have the version 2 all ready. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. So this worked out so well that there's only going to be a version 2. So that will be version 2 will be made out of the same material, and that will be hopefully the final, and then we'll make a third one with the final filament and any other revisions I need. So the next one will still be prototype number 2, and that one will throw this panel on, do our pre-drill and screw in to see how that will work before I do the final revision, and then we'll mount that second one into the cab, see if we like it, need to make any other revisions, and then after that we'll print the third one with the final one, and that will be easy. And then you know, with the smaller 2-gain panel, it'll be the same process, just smaller. So we'll just have to make it like half the size. So anyway, that's kind of how it works. It's pretty cool. If you don't have a 3D printer and don't have access to any of this, this is something to definitely look into, because you know, how else would you make something like that? And that looks pretty cool. All right, so here's version 2 and versions 1, 2, and 3 of trying to figure out how to have the Deutsch connector hole. So I made a few versions of this, just getting it figured out, getting the tolerances and everything. So yeah, that worked out. So that hole is gonna go into the side of this because I want to put this plug, I'll super glue, or I'll do something to keep this in there, but that will go in the side. But yeah, here's version 2. So this is a much cleaner version. There's the slope now. So when this is straight in there, it's angled up. So that's nice. I like that. I think it's a 15-degree angle is what it is. All I did was take the original one the original one here, I did end up taking that out, like I said I was going to. So the switch panel goes in like this, and then that's how much room you have. Plenty of room in there. So this is version 1, and then this is version 2. Same thing. I actually made the wall thickness thinner. So in the original one, it's 12.5 millimeters, and this one it's only 10 to give us more wiggle room. Not that it needed it, but. And then this will slide in here like this. Very happy with that. So that's kind of how it will look. And then the only thing that is different from this one is the side hole. So we're gonna do a side hole here because this is where the wiring from the cab is gonna go in. And then the hole on this side will be this, and it will look like this in here. I think it will look like that maybe, or that. I can't remember what way I put it, but regardless, it doesn't matter. But this hole will be in the side like that, or like that, I don't know. But I did make it the thickness of the wall. This is 10 mil thick wall, so I wanted to make it as thick as the wall to see how it would work. So yeah, that will be in here like that, and that's where these will plug into. So these will be plugged into the Deutsch connector there, and then the other side will have the connectors going in to feed this panel. So yeah, this is version 2. Version 3 is getting printed out right now. I think in the last clip I said that I only will print out 2, but obviously I needed to figure out this. I originally wasn't going to go this route, but I did. So version 3 that's printing right now is going to be the same thing as this. It's going to be identical, except it's going to have a thicker bottom. So on this one, it only had like a 3 millimeter, 5 millimeter thick bottom. Yeah, 5 mil thick bottom. This has, I think, the same bottom. I think it's the same one. And then the new one that I'm printing now will have a 10 millimeter thick bottom. So the wall that's here is going to be all the way around. So yeah, the only difference between version 2 and 3 will be a hole here and a hole here. So that's printing right now. I believe that one, let's see, this one was a 7.5 hour print. This one was a 15.5 hour print. And then the next one here is going to be like a 13 or 14 hour print. So it takes time, takes days to do this process, because on the computer I got to design it. That takes a few hours, and then printing it takes, you know, entire work days. I mean, that took like a whole work day, 8 hours, and then this will take that took almost 15 hours, almost a day. So it takes time to print. I don't know if it's just my printer, my old printer, but regardless, this is perfect. I did a 7 millimeter fillet here going around, and that like matches that perfectly. So this is really cool, awesome. And I don't think I'm gonna be using that gray filament. I'm gonna buy some new filament, and it's gonna be black to match this. So this will be all black. So I'll get black filament. So this is all black. And then what I'm gonna do here is pre-drill a little hole. I'm debating if I'm gonna make this completely solid or not. If I do, then that won't be a problem. I'll pre-drill and put like rib nuts almost in it and solder. What you do is you get a soldering iron, and then the brass insert will melt its way in, and I'll be able to mount that with this. If I make it solid, that's no problem, but if I don't, I might have to do like I did in here and do 3 through holes, and I might have to get bolts that go the entire length, which would suck. But again, I'll figure that out later, maybe even with the hexagonal fill. I don't know if you can see that, but the fill inside, maybe that will be enough to hold a rib nut or whatever in there when I melt it into there. I don't know yet. So and I have been making them taller, so they are taller to allow more room just to have for the wiring. I just would rather have more than less. So yeah, so that will be next. I will update you with the next version of this. So yeah, going through the prototypes here. I guess that's upside down, I should put it this way. But yeah, these are the prototypes so far. Working out pretty awesome. I don't know if you could call prototypes, but you know, like version 1, 2, and 3. So this is just what it takes designing this. I didn't even look it up. There's a free website called Thingiverse, and that's where people will design and make files for you to print out with your own 3D printer. I'm not sure if anyone's done this before, but I'm pretty sure this is a very specific thing that no one's ever done before. So obviously it takes many versions. If you're looking into doing this, I can definitely share the files with you. You can email me and I can email you the final rendition of this if this is something that you guys want. I have no problem doing all the hard work for you. This is just something that I like, and I did engineering and drafting in high school, so this is a walk in the park for me. This is nothing. Have 2 years of experience doing this, so that's why version 1 was just so perfect, because I just snapped right back into like I was high school doing this all over again. So yeah, and that's why this literally worked out perfect the first time. The first version, it was just really thin, and the 10 mil thick needed to be a 0.5 millimeter more so that it could have some wiggle room, because these tolerances just were too tight. I can barely get it in there, so I just wanted to make it a little bit looser, so that, you know, because there's going to be a connector going in this. Also, I need to put glue on the outside, so I need that tolerance for glue. So yeah, this is really cool, very fun, something I wanted to do in the last cab, but I just wasn't set up for it at the time like I am now. So yeah, version 3 will come out, we'll get that. I'll stop talking here, and the same thing here, the bottom blew off. That printer, usually people have very hard times getting their 3D print to stick to the base. In my case, I'm having a hard time getting it to come off. So that's I've been printing out rafts. That's why the bottom looks much better on here than this one, which is non-existent. I've been printing out a raft, so it prints out a destroyable layer so that this can come off nice. So I've been figuring that out. So yeah, let me go show you what the printer looks like right now. I'm kind of curious how far the progress has come. All right, so we are at 10%, and look at that. You can tell that is 10 mil thick now, so it's just starting on the bottom layer. So I wanted to make that bottom nice and thick, so because that's the end that is going to be sticking towards the outside of the tractor. That will be the end sticking outside of the tractor, so I wanted to make sure it's nice and thick. And then it should, yeah, I think it started the hole on either side. So yeah, I will update you. It's only 10%, so I'll update you in 14 hours or so. So that'll be fun. Should be sometime in the morning there, probably 2 or 3 a.m. that it'll be done. But yeah, this has been very reliable. The first print went wrong, and then this one's worked out, and you can tell the raft right there, so it prints that on top of that, and that doesn't have like all the supports like you see it doing now. It just does it a little pattern. So yeah, we'll see how this comes along, and I'm excited to have this is the final version, and this will be the final one that I will put into the cab for now until I get my black material that comes in, and we'll do a final print. But I'm treating this as the final print for now because it takes some time to get filament in. So yeah, no time lapse on this. You kind of got it, you know, you got the gist of it on the first time lapse. So yeah, pretty cool process. Very excited to have this done legit. I'm just very grateful that I have all this stuff, because yeah, having this legit in the cab is awesome. So that's kind of been my philosophy recently, is to do everything as legit as possible, and I think it's working out pretty awesome. So, and I might look into getting a new 3D printer, but this one works, and I don't like to replace things that work. So we'll see. The only advantage of getting a new one would be a bigger platform here, but I haven't exceeded this platform yet, so we'll see. So I think I owe you a little bit of a update. So a lot has happened, as you can see. The panel is in here. I will show more later. But yeah, like I showed you, got all this tucked here. And then that, I think I updated you with prototype number 3. Ooh, looks good. Again, I use the stock location there to hold it for now. And then to tighten that up, I will put another one right here to hold that. But it's very solid, very nice, all protected, no holes. And then that connection right there worked perfectly. I just put this temporary, I was figuring out how to pin these up, and it's super easy. But as you can tell, it goes in like that and then in there. So yeah, that needs to be glued in. Right now it will come in and out. So, and then on this side, I just put a hole for all the wiring to go into. I still got to clean it up, but I will show you a deeper dive into this panel for you and show you what's going on in there. All right, so yeah, here we are on the inside. So these are like, ooh, can I focus? There we go. So these are threaded inserts for wood. It's supposed to be, supposed to drill and tap these into wood, and you'll have threaded inserts for wood. But what I did is I drilled a small hole into the plastic and then melted these in there with the soldering iron and shoved them in there, and it works pretty good. This one keeps pulling out, but this is hollow on the inside. It has that grid, so there's not a lot of structure in there to hold it in. So what I plan on doing is version 4 will be totally solid. So prototype 4. So yeah, just wired these in, just put the connectors on, coming in here and going in, just like the last panel that I did. So all the wiring comes in here, and then all the grounds are soldered together, and then the red off of here goes into there, and then all the brown blacks, the grounds, go together to there, and then they're pinned from there to there, and it just has a break connection here, just a plug. And then this will be taken out and redone, and the wiring will come out of here, go down into here, and it will go into, I think I'm going to do it into the light switch here. So when the light's on, this panel will be on. I kind of like that as a safety feature, so that because if you wire this right into the battery right now, it would always be on, and you don't want that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wire this so that the ground goes to ground, and then this goes to the one side on here, and then the other side on there. So when this is switched on, then power is sent to the panel, and then all of this will be activated. So that's the next step that I have left here. So yeah, this was just a test. I have the jumper cables, and I have them connected to here, and that lights the panel up. And as to be expected, the blue is a little intrusive, not really a big fan of it, but I'm gonna put this panel back in now that I showed you how it works. Plenty of room in there. You can see the hole, it's just a nice round hole. And then yeah, that side was a special hole made for the Deutsch connector there. And I'm not sure, I think I'm gonna super glue it in there. So once the final product is done, I don't wanna super glue that in there now. I will wait until the final version of that is done. And then right there is the bolt coming through. So I think it's an 1.5 inch bolt, and it's literally flush and perfect. So this side, I will do the same thing. I just got to drill through here. So yeah, that's the next step for that. But here, let me get the jumper cables on here and show you the panel live. All right, so already you can tell it's a little intrusive. So when you do that, it gets even brighter. But yeah, there's the panel lit up. Again, I did blue because it's the panel that's going to be over here. So yes, we're going to do an identical panel over here eventually. And that right there is going to be even more intrusive because I'm going to have it on both sides. So, but yeah, it works. And then that's the rear. So I kind of just did these like forward, rear, I guess. That's kind of how I was thinking. But rear, and then the strobes. Again, I got to figure that out. They're all doing their different things, so it's going to be a whole thing. This is going to be a dome light. So I forgot to order that. And to be honest with you, I've been looking for dome lights, and I haven't found anything that I'm really happy with. So again, another thing of loom will come up here and come to the middle here, and we'll have something there. And then this will be a spare switch, like I told you. I was going to do a momentary switch for the blinker lights, but with the strobe lights, but as you can tell, I already wired it into one, and it messed it all up. So that's not very reliable, so I'm not going to do that. So this will be a spare for something. I'm sure I'll use it, and the reason why there's no screw in this one is because it fell down there, and I've been looking for it for hours. So yeah, that was from a different day. That wasn't just now, but yeah, so that one doesn't have it because it fell somewhere, and I bought only 4. So but yeah, this will be a spare for something. Maybe, you know, it'll be for something later. Again, I'll have this tractor for a couple years. So, you know, the upgrades will just continue from here. So don't mind the dog. He's doing something. But yeah, so kind of all 3 on there, all lit up. You guys know how I like to do things. So yeah, this is absolutely awesome. I love this panel setup. Maybe I could spray paint it black you know. But I have to make a new version anyway. So, but yeah, I need to do that. I need to find black hardware or something. But I don't know. I'm kind of just throwing it together for now, and I'll probably just leave it for now. I've been going the extra step for, you know, on this already, and it's paying off. It's awesome. I love this panel. It works so nice. So yeah, really, really cool. I'm glad I did it. The wiring is nice and neat. I think one of these, yeah, that needs to be tucked in there more. But yeah, no, all this wiring is much neater. I need to clean that up. I just lost my dikes. I don't know where they went. So, but yeah, this is much cleaner than last year. The last cab I had, and this looks so good. I'm so proud. So yeah, the next thing from this, now that this is pretty much wrapped up, again, I'm just gonna run that to there, and I'll show you that complete when it's all in there. Again, I'll just have, you know, loam, whatever, tucked all the way to here. There is a hole right down here. I might do that and then come back up to keep it neat, and there's a hole on either side there, so that the accessory for the snowblower, that one will do the same thing out to there. So that is the next step. I'm not sure how long this video is. I'm pretty sure we're close to like an hour and a half. So yeah, to do all that is gonna be crazy. That's the next step. And yeah, it's going great so far. And you know, this cab is a mess. I got a mess out there. But that's just what it takes to do some wiring. So things I'll do behind your back is, again, do that and get this 100% complete and show you with the tractor on, lights on, panel lit up, doing that, and then lights off, panel killed. So that'll be that. And then I'll also get the kind of undo all my work and get these all undone, get the modes to the mode I like. I forget what flash pattern I like, but I'll have to go through all 8 again and redo those, and then come back at you with this on, and hopefully them all fixed, because that one's doing that, and then this one over here is flashing. So they're all doing different things. So I don't like that. I'm not sure why they're all doing different things, because I didn't touch them. I just wired them right in, and I should have tested it before wrapping them all up and making them nice. So that's my bad. That should have been you know, I should have been on top of that. So that's my bad, but you know, you live and you learn. So yeah, next thing is to do all that. I'll update you, I think, and then I'll update you when I start doing the implement one. So I'm gonna go right back to my computer and print out what I'm gonna do is just take the same pattern and just cut it down for 2. So, and we'll have a little one over here, which I think just having the one here will be enough to hold it. And yeah, we'll have a little baby switch right there, panel, and then the wire will run down and in, and that will control the implement stuff, which, that's what I'm really looking forward to, you know, reflection. But that's really what I'm looking forward to, because then we can just have the switches here instead of worrying about the chute, and you know, lifting it up is over here, and that's really nice. What would be cool is to get a bigger thing here and have a switch here, and then you can control the switch and stuff, the chute and stuff. That would be really cool. Have it kind of integrated into this so that you're all right here. But with this stick design, it would have to be like a thicker joystick, kind of like a skid steer or something, or maybe even a mini excavator kind of joystick to be able to do something like that. So, but I think this will be cool, because a lot of you recommended, like I told you, like when you're turning, you hit your knuckles right here and it hurts. A lot of you recommended a suicide knob, which is awesome. Thank you for the suggestions. I'm definitely doing that. I just keep forgetting about it. I gotta buy one, but yeah, suicide knob would be great. A lot of you suggested that, and yeah, I can't believe I didn't think of that. So I will be getting one of those. Maybe I can find one that's close to a Sears version. That would be cool. Yeah, so you know, I'll be dual handing it, and yeah, kind of go whoop, 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 and turning, and then this hand will be dedicated over here, and yeah, and I guess this, but you don't really set that. So anyway, enough chatting. I should not talk your ear off, and let's get to the other thing. All right, so let's do a quick update here. So I got my wiring for the cab done. So you got a little connector right here. I'll unplug it. So this goes into the switch panel here, and then this is the harness that goes into the cab. I don't have any loam yet, so I'm gonna have to get some, but yeah, this goes in here. I got it going through a hole right there, comes up, and then that goes into the key switch, so it's on with the key, and then that goes to the ground of the battery. I don't have it grounded in yet, but yeah, and then this just gets plugged into here. Gotta do it super careful because it's not super glued in yet. Gotta make sure it doesn't push in there. Yeah, once again, I have to super glue that, but there, now it's in there. And then it's all connected. And let me get this connected to here, put this all back together now that you know what it looks like. And let's jump in the cab and see if it works. All right, so wiring harness is pretty loose, which is nice. I wanted to make sure I didn't make that too tight. So yeah, I think I did it so that when you flip on the key switch to the on position and the tractor is on, yeah, sweet. So if I just start it, it's on. Awesome. So yeah, that works perfect. So when the tractor is on, the panel is live. So I wanted to make sure that I did that this time. So I was gonna do it to the lights here, but I don't know. Just having it with the key switch on is kind of nice. So yeah, and then it's dead with the key off. So that's nice. So the tractor is finally done. So wiring the cab is officially done. Very happy about that. So let me pull it out here real quick and update you from there. All right, so let's do a night scene here real quick. I totally forgot to do this and I haven't done this yet, so I'm kind of curious myself. So yeah, let's see how this looks at night. I'm just gonna kind of keep it up against, you can't really see the shed here, so the back's not gonna really show much, but we'll be able to see what the front and the strobe lights look like. Really quick, I want to show you, and I didn't realize. Can you see that? Hold up. Yeah, you can. So these stickers on here are glow in the dark. So there's nothing on. So this is what it looks like when it's on. So here we go. So these are glow in the dark. That's really cool. But yeah, ooh, really, really bright. That's really nice. So, and then these are factory lights. If I can find the switch here, there we go. Yeah, very nice. Wow, I'm very excited for the snow season, but yeah, if I turn that off, look at that. They glow in the dark, so you'll never not see them. That one's kind of coming in. So that's really cool. I didn't know that. So this is sweet. Very exciting. All right, back to the video here. Just wanted to throw that in there because yeah, kind of totally forgot to do that. But oh man, you can kind of see it. But yeah, this is coming right along. Well, there we go. And that is the final result on the cab wiring video. Did the normal pods on the top with the blinky lights. I actually that's a little stiff. I need to get that done. But I don't know if I showed you, but I got all these blinking the same pattern. So that was not too bad because half of them were already on that setting. So I just had to do the other half. Tucked it all up nice and neat. We've got that final. And I have a few more surprises coming for this cab that I'll do update on later. I've been seeing some since I bought one John Deere item and been looking at other John Deere items in their Facebook groups now, and some guy did a really cool mod on one of his John Deeres that I definitely want to do. So look forward to that. That's going to be absolutely sweet. Something else I'm looking forward to. So the next few videos, look for restoring the implements. Look how nice that plow turned out to be. So I've repainted that, I've used it since, but redid the cutting edge, painted it, sanded it down, made it look really nice. So I did that to the plow, and I'm working on the blower now. That's why the blower's not on here right now. So look forward to that video. That's coming out soon. Just ordered the weight holder and something else, I can't remember. Oh, tire chains. So look forward to that. That will be another video playing around with 3-point hitch stuff. And I do have a tractor show that I'm going to in New Hampshire. I'm going with my buddy that has the FF20, so we'll take the cab off and go with the FF24. So we'll have those two together. So that will be another video as well, probably a short video. But I'll bring this thing along with no implements or anything, and no cab. So that's literally going to be here in a few weeks. So that's going to be the next thing right after this video will be the show. I'm going to be behind a few weeks though. My computer just pooped the bed again. So this video has ended August 18th. So I'm not sure when you'll see this. So yeah, it's August 18th right now, ending this video. And I'm not sure when it will go up because, yeah, my computer's dead. So, but that will be the next video you see will be this cab, and then the next video after that will be that show. I'm not sure, I can't remember what show it's called, but yeah, I'm excited to bring that out here. And yeah, the mirrors are so sweet. I think I showed you that I did those in this video. But yeah, those are very nice, very blind spot, like very wide angle. So very, very nice. I like it. So this year is going to be awesome. This cab is much more roomier, definitely bigger, and is going to be sweet. And that panel is awesome. I'm going to 3D print that with some new black filament. I might even just spray paint that for now. Who knows? It works. So I'm just going to leave it since I don't have a computer at the moment. So yeah, did the normal wiring as you guys are used to. This time it's just much different, and hopefully I focused on showing you the panel here and that. So I'm gonna get some wire loom and put that in there, but this will pretty much stay on the cab here. Also we'll drill and put another bolt there. But yeah, much better. I think I would have preferred it up here. Maybe I might work on that, I don't know, but this is just fine here. So yeah, this will be, I'm still trying to figure out a dome light, so I'll do another update. If I figure that out in the next few days, then I will update this video, and this you'll see that already, and do a dome light. And then this one is just, you know, extra switch as always. So yeah, I'm very happy. Same products as last time, just a much bigger, better cab. So yeah, this was much better here. How I had it going under the hood in the last one was not so good. So yeah, to have this outside here like that, and then you just unplug it here with the Deutsch connector and then just tuck it up into there when you don't have the cab on, will be much better. I might even put a plug down there so that it unplugs down near the hole. I'm not really sure yet. So this is if I have time, I'm gonna repaint the FF here. I just ordered all new decals, so all the pinstriping, the big lettering, all that, I got all of it. So I just ordered it and I'm waiting for it to come in, and then when I get around to painting the 24 here will do it. So yeah, I guess another video will come out doing a little odds and ends, but the majority of it is done. So if I don't get to those odds and ends, then we're good. So yeah, that is it. I think like the odds and ends, definitely front wheel weights, you know, like the little things that I was telling you, and that might be in the weight box video. So when I do the weight stack on the back, the rest will be in that video. So yeah, very, very happy with it. Very excited to see what this 24 horsepower Onan can do snow blowing with that big 48-inch snow blower. I'm very excited for the winter season. Cannot wait, and especially with this big 54-inch plow, very excited to see how it plows through the snow. So again, next video, going to a tractor show. I'm not sure how much I'm going to show. I'm not even sure I'm going to record it, but I would love to record it so that the FF24 can be with a FF20. And then that same guy might buy the FF18. So if he gets that running, he has an engine for it. So if he gets that running, then we can have all three, which would be absolutely amazing. So that I am looking forward to have all three models. That would be cool. So yeah, look forward to those upcoming videos. Again, sorry for the lack of content, but this thing has just been eating up my time. And yeah, not a lot of videos are going to be coming out. We're going to be slowing down here, and then we'll pick back up in the winter, making winter content. So yeah, expect some lack of videos from here on out. And yeah, we'll just be doing priority videos here, just getting this thing running and going for the winter, and then the winter content. So I'm gonna take some time off, and then I'll be back with normal content for PA Plow Day. Hopefully I can make it out to this thing can be reliable to do that, and that'll be exciting. So thank you for watching. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you liked the content in the video, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to comment down for some engagement. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next vlog day.